I have an extra happy.
I don't have
Especially,
Yeah. Yeah.
Any more than that, I can't tell you. She's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi. How are you? Good. Hi, Courtney. He's in the yes. Nervous, excited, so he was a little, coming home from the summers.
Thank you.
Hold on. Let me check my notes. Yeah. Myself. Sorry.
Take your time. No rush.
So, hello, friends.
Hi.
How are you? Good.
Thank you.
I don't know where Ben's email went, but hopefully I will be talking about what it said on the email. There is some work and some things that are life circumstances that we have to face, whether we like it or not. It's may sometimes be painful or may be dull and monotonous. So I have and just like I have some ways through mindfulness that have helped me so much. And so, and turning the painful and or dull, monotonous things or circumstances into meaningful and rewarding. That's what I really found that is helpful to me. My mom and I, my mom, okay. Sorry. Anyway, I think we went to a neurology appointment where my left side of the brain that does not tell my right side of the body to relax. So I have to get a muscle paralyzer, injections every 3 months. And they hurt, but 20 places in my body, and they hurt, and I have used mindfulness to help me cope and make a rewarding and meaningful experience for me. Dr. Boyd, who is my neurologist, attaches a sensor to my skin, and then to a machine with picks up movement in the muscles. He inserts the needle into a spot where he thinks it is, and then the muscle fires, and then he hears it, so he knows that it's okay. And then he can hear the static, and so he knows that it's okay, and he injects the Botox or muscle paralyzers. And so this was painful, but I think we've all been there, like boring, like, oh my God, not monotonous, painful. We've all been there, you know, every single one of us. But I think I really meaningful because I set all of those things. What are those things, you might ask? physical pain was on one side. And so I relax my muscles, even though it's he's digging in because I think somewhat and emotional pain, physical pain, that checked off, and emotional pain, like you can have that flaring up at any old time. So I just take the equanimity, letting things come and go without push or pull, just letting them come and go without push or pull. And that is really equanimity talking. And relaxation, the third part, really helps me and really really takes me beyond transformative experience. And I get that all myself. And Soryu has come, and Shinzen has come to my Botox appointments, and now I can just do it on my own, and that is so rewarding and meaningful. Yeah. And yeah. So unfairness. I had thought a lot about why me, but I think why me, but if you tap into the love that's out there and know like it is not out there just be a better person. No, it's right there. It's yeah. I'm nervous.
Don't say much.
Yeah. I think I'm feeling the love of all of you. So that helps calm me down. Mm-hmm. And I feel think of unfairness, but there's a lot of people who have this unfairness and don't get to speak about it. and don't get to have the voice. And I think humbleness is what I bring, and gratitude that we are alive. Every one of you is alive. And just breathing in. Whoa. Whoa. And yeah. Yeah. So I am done with this. And I feel good. And let's do meditation, and we'll see what you experience, and then I'll lead you through meditation. Okay? Comfortable. Breathe in, letting your lungs fill with air. Breathe out, emptying them. Breathe in, breathe out. Notice that you are here right now, alive, and you have taken the time to come here. That's brave. Honor yourself for coming. Now, pick a situation that you were in where it was painful or dull or monotonous or stressful, and just open to that. Have equanimity, letting go without push or pull. Just be there. and search inside yourself and find what is the physical pain, what is the physical joy. Just notice that. Notice what your body is telling you. And check in with the equanimity, letting things come and go without push or pull, relaxing and feeling into your body. What is there? No pressure. What is there? And set the physical body aside and let them know you'll come back to that. And let's take up the emotional body, pain or joy or neutral. Where do you feel it? In your chest? In the lower back? In the lower stomach? Just try and be curious. And you're on your own side. No judgment. Notice where the emotional sensations are. sinking into the earth and find out where your emotional body sensations are. That's all. Maybe they are moving rapidly. Maybe they are staying. Maybe there are happening all over the place. Relax and feel into them. Or maybe if you can't stand it anymore, go to relaxation. It's always there. Think about emotional body sensations, and relaxation is your grounding base. Now, I'm gonna open it up so that you feel physical body, physical pain, or neutral or joy, emotional body, emotional pain, neutral or joy, or relaxation. I know you can do it. And if you can't, that's okay too. We are just practicing. Ground down and feel the earth beneath your feet. So, how was that for you? What is your experience during that meditation?
I found I was very relaxed when the clouds must have moved away from the sun and the sunlight kind of came through. It was a very peaceful feeling.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was a very peaceful feeling
Mm-hmm.
when the sun came out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could kind of just feel it come in on my face and the light.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Excellent.
It felt good to sit with the emotional pain and just relax and just be there, not trying to do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It felt good to have the emotional pain and just sit with it and not be able to do anything about it.
Yeah, just be there.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. Good. Yeah. Yeah. And yeah. Anything? Do you want to elaborate at all, or you don't have to?
I noticed that after a little while, my mind wanted to wander and get away,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
and then to bring it back to my breath and just be and not have to follow my thoughts
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and get caught up in them.
Yeah.
It was really nice.
Yeah. Not get it caught up in thoughts, just emotional body sensations. Yeah, that's excellent. And what is your name?
I'm Ani.
Ani, I'm Anna. Nice to meet you. Yeah.
Well, first I had a hard time, you asked us to think of something difficult or painful or monotonous,
Yeah.
and I had a hard time picking something, so my mind was kind of wandering. But then I thought about monotonous, and can kind of just all the emails I've been going through. And yeah, I could pretty quickly detect kind of an emotional just like, reaction.
Yeah.
But what was kind of interesting is typically for me, I feel emotions just in my core, and that's kind of where it's at. But I was actually detecting something going on in the head. That it wasn't just thinking, but it might have just been a physical response. I couldn't quite parse it out, but yeah, that was something kind of new for me. That there was a response happening in the core, but also in my head when I thought about all these emails and just how boring and monotonous it is to just do email after email. So yeah, thanks for offering that as an option to explore monotony.
Yeah.
It created an interesting result for me. So.
And I think what do you mind if I ask you what body sensations or what emotional sensations?
I think there was kind of a pushing away, like not that. That was kind of more in the body, and then
Mhm.
In the head, it was kind of there was just kind of more speed happening and a bit of squeezing, I guess.
Squeezing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, I would say the main flavor was wanting to push it away and not,
Yeah. Mhm.
and kind of, eye rolling, if
Yeah.
you will. That was the emotional body. Yeah.
Eye rolling
Yeah.
with the emotional body.
Could
Okay.
be a bumper sticker.
Yeah. Maybe we should create that.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah. Thank you for sharing. Mm. Yeah. Yeah. Pam?
I love your presence, your voice, your peace that you embody. And this is the second time in a couple of days that I've had been in your presence. It's just really helped me to relax. Hearing your voice and just being with you is so beautiful. But I'm not always with you. Sometimes I have my own voice. And I'm wondering, do you have any tips or strategies for times when you're going through something that's painful or that's monotonous, and you're sitting with it, so you're allowing it to arise, but what do you do when it's just a lot? When you have the intense, I mean, you've been through more intense pain, probably, definitely more than I have, from what it sounds like. Going through these incredible ordeals and being so strong to brave your way through that is so powerful. How do you do it when it's so overwhelming? Do you have any strategies, any tips that has helped you along the way?
Yes. Yeah. It's kind of simple.
Okay.
Relax.
Uh-huh.
Like just relax. And just again, the body sensations. I just take it and relax with it, and it hurts even less when I relax it, and that's huge. And so I think it can hurt your emotional body less if you relax and just with practice, like that's all. And I am happy that you think I'm strong, and I think I was putting in a situation where I can go back even if I tried. So I think, and Courtney knows this, we give, we do the best we can, and not brave or anything like that, but just living.
One at a time.
One day at a time.
With a little bit of emphasis, I would think, from my kind of report that the emphasis or the focus is on that.
Yeah. Mm. 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 Is that uh, good?
It's really good. It's really good. It's all really good.
Mhm.
I mean, just being around you, I know you, I just see you do it. You're an example, just the way that you, so it's like I can learn from just being with you and observing you.
Mhm.
And I don't want to, yeah, I guess maybe you can just, is it, the question I have that I just come up against again and again is I tell myself, okay, relax, but I don't know, maybe it's beyond words, but how do you actually do it, right? How do you actually do it? And like you said, you gave some good, you said practice, that's huge, but
Mhm.
is there, I don't know, is there anything else you would add? And if not, that's okay. I mean, to me, just
Yeah.
being in your presence is a teaching because I see how you're doing it and maybe it isn't meant to be put into words and intellectualized, but
Mhm.
yeah.
I think just grounding yourself and being one with the earth, and like relaxing, or not relaxing, but
Yeah,
yeah.
thank you.
I think Margaret.
Well, I just wanted to say that I appreciated the way that you took all that feel stuff
Mhm.
and broke it out, physical, emotional, and relaxation.
Yeah.
And that was because
Mhm.
so often it gets lumped in a label, right?
Yeah.
Feel this, feel that.
Yeah.
And so having that opportunity to look at them very individually for a little while.
Mhm.
And one of the things that I noticed in the emotional body part,
Mhm.
because I'm tired of thinking about my physical body part, so that was easy. I just I'm not thinking about that. And but so in the emotional body part, and this might be a contribution at least to the previous question, is this? It occurred to me. So I was having a lot of feelings, but suddenly something came into my head that was annoying to me. I mean, right away it put my teeth on edge, and I was like, great. So I thought, and I've had this question about equanimity a little bit lately, which is the idea of I guess it's the turn away or turn to, right? So annoying, and I thought, well, I'm just gonna be okay with that. And then, but that wasn't okay. That wasn't gonna work. And because it just kept right there. So then I remember the be curious part. So I thought, all right, if I'm not gonna be able to ignore this annoying thing, then be curious. And so what was it? Why did it happen? What is it? Because it really was about somebody else, even though that's how it started, right? Why did that annoy me so much? And it took a small amount of curiosity to tame that thing. And it just kind of sort of just became a lot less very quickly when I was able to go, okay, it was, kind of down in my lower stomach, you said. And, I looked at it, I very clearly saw, okay, so that's definitely judgment. So that I understand. So I was able to put that over there. And then I was like, well, this person said it for a reason, which I don't know, and I'm not going to think about now. But breaking that up even a little bit more made that much easier.
Yeah.
And so the body sensations were able to sort of hang on my body, like little ornaments on a Christmas tree. And then the emotional feelings, I was able to put them sort of on this chakra tree, right? Like when I thought about my kids, I had this warm. And even when I'm a little upset with them, it's like right here. It's like right here, the little white light goes off in my head. But that made sense, whereas that annoying thing was down in my stomach. And so I was able to see those things very divided that way. And I called that curiosity. And then,
Yeah.
of course, that very easily turned into equanimity.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if that's one way, that's the way that's what just happened for me.
Mm-hmm. So you like separated them all out, like a light bulb
Yeah.
and warm feeling for your kids, and a gnawing sensation in there.
Because that's what you told us to do.
Yeah. hmm And that's what, well, when I started learning Shinzen's system, and he broke it up. Like, he broke the physical body and the emotional body up, and the relaxation body up, and that it has been a life changer for me.
I probably only heard that 100 times.
Yeah.
But today it was like clear as, it was crystal clear.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you for that.
Yeah. Thank you for coming today and waking up. Oh, like you woke up. Oh, that's what that means. You know? Thank you.
Do you add any word thoughts to your process as you're facing this pain? Like, I have done this before, I can do this, or do you more empty your mind of talking to yourself in the relaxation?
Yeah.
Just emptying out to relax, or do you also add some sort of advice to yourself as you're going through the ordeal?
Yeah, I think I empty myself out, and then kind of like reach in the back pocket and pull out, like I'm oh, I can't even remember.
I was thinking this too shall pass or something like that.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. I am. I love you. You know, I love you, and I love my body. And just kind of the feeling of relaxation throughout my whole body, even in the parts that are being shot into. Like I relax my body and fill my body with love, and that it is only in all of our hearts, you know, in all of our groundedness, you know. Yeah.
I thought it was sweet you acknowledged your mother,
Yes, yeah.
and I want to acknowledge Barbara.
Okay.
Wonderful mother, wonderful wife.
Mhm.
I would second my son's comments about being in your presence. That when you say I love you, you really do radiate that. I was excited that you were presenting today because I was here when you were presenting before. I meditate best with kind of a guided imagery. I do so well with you because of your tone, your cadence, your presence, and yet you're a minimalist. You let each of us have our own reality. You don't overdo it, but you give just enough. And it's so soothing and so nice. And the challenges you talked about, we all do face from the time we're born. As organisms, in a sense, we start to die with the damage we accrue, the aging process that occurs. Yet none of us think that we'll get old, get sick, get injured, or die. Yet we all do. We all do. And as you talked about your specific challenges, what stands out to me is what an inspiration you are. Because in spite of all that, you're one of the most upbeat, loving, cheerful people I know.
Thank you. That is a real honor to me. But I really think the residents know a different side of me, you know. But I try, you know. I tried for Soryu, you know. He has given me the teacher role, like part of the teacher role, and I was like, oh. But I am really, he trusts me and he believes in me, and I wanna do him right, you know? Yeah. And Barbara, I think like I gave you a hug today, and I think it was just like my mom.
Oh,
You know, really loving.
it was wonderful. It was a great surprise.
Yeah.
Great gift. Thank you.
Yeah. And thank you. I
had two things to mention. One, there was talk of practice and how does one learn from practice. And it's been my experience that it's an automatic feedback that when we experience something again and again, we recognize the effect, progress, you know, and it gets ingrained. It is a new program. The practice becomes the mental program that, like a computer. And so then it seems to me that it does work. That we feel at the beginning, if no matter if meditation, yoga, whatever it is, this muscle doesn't stretch. Oh, but it does over time. And you get that feeling after a while that it is possible. And then you get you continue to get the feedback of what works. And so you look at what works and you continue to do what works. and you discontinue to do what does not work. And that's the practice. And that's all I wanted to say. It seems that the discouragement is only at the beginning. And if it continues, it just seems that there is more practice that is needed. You know, and the practice itself will begin to make sense. Then the other thing is that in my own experience, I was feeling that I had eaten something, the regiment, the amount of the regimented thing at the regimented time, and it was too much. And I said, oh, that was a mistake. And then I said, okay, we're letting go. So it was quite an experience to let go of judgment. That it's okay to feel uncomfortable. That it's okay to make a mistake.
Yeah.
It's okay to practice not judging myself for making a mistake, and maybe it's good that I made a mistake so I get to practice not judging myself.
Yeah. And that's your experience. And you learn from your experience. Both like what you said before,
About
and
practice.
yeah, and what you said now. But I think all of this room and people will have different ways of practicing, but you have found that that's the way that helps you. Yeah. Thank you. So, any other questions? No?
Not really a question, but just listening to everybody else's comments, which are always so rich, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
So rich.
yeah. And just thinking about, I mean, we've known each other for, been working together for years, but,
Yeah.
that whole idea of practice, and what Jesse said, and, just everything, and, just knowing you for as long as I have, it's just like, it does seem like such a simple answer, but yet that's what I observed with you, is that your, practice is what, that's what it is, just practice,
Yeah.
And what I keep learning from Saryu and everyone else, and when I have to speak lovingly to myself because I'm frustrated, it's, to keep telling myself, it's just practice, practice, But it also reminded me of something a therapist said to me a few years ago, because I have a little bit of a tendency to, okay, I'm gonna learn this, I'm gonna learn it, right? Then I'm gonna do this, I'm always plowing through, and I was trying to work on some things about myself, and it was like, okay, I'm gonna learn this, I'm gonna conquer these demons, whatever, and she said, there was a particular thing that happened, and I got really frustrated, and she's like, you know what, there is a timing to life, and to everyone's life. You can't always just roll up your sleeves and plow through. You need to relax and let the timing of life, and I'm kind of reminded of that tonight too. All of us have our own rhythms and our own timing and our own way to go through things, even though we're all learning from each other, and it's all good and it's all okay. So So I'm just reminded of that therapist today.
Yeah, yeah. And your presence too. Like, yeah, you always like just like warm presence, you know? Mm. Yeah. Mm. I think I think uh, um, this was a lot of work, you know, and I had some struggles through the first couple of years, and my mom and dad can say that. But yeah, I just I love my family and friends, you know. So thank you. Yeah.
I just want to talk about another benefit of your technique, you know, and sort of looking for relaxation and being kind to yourself. I did 4 hours of driving today, which can be extremely monotonous and annoying at times. And I was actually driving along thinking, you know, could you like, instead of getting angry at the driver, could you actually like love that other person, you know? And if you just sort of think about that, you know, don't get too serious about it, but just, it's much more relaxing. You know, I just realizing I waste huge amounts of energy, you know, getting anxious and upset. So my daughter keeps reminding me. You know, thinking, well, the benefit here is it really takes a lot less energy.
Yeah, and that's what I've learned. Well, like for myself, is the only good sleep every night. So then, if I am able to relax, it goes much easier. And thank you for trying that out, Dad.
Let's hope it's a keeper.
Anyway, I love you all. Let's do another practice. Any more questions? No? We'll wait till he comes back. And stretch up and do whatever thing your body wants you to do. Okay. Let's sit down. How much time do I need to leave? I know, but I don't. And
6:11.
at 7, and we don't have. Okay. Thank you. And get grounded and make your body comfortable. Let's begin. Breathe in, letting your lungs fill up with air, and breathe out, letting your lungs empty. Breathe in, letting your lungs fill up with air. Breathe out, emptying them. Breathe in, letting fill up. Breathe out, emptying out. Notice that your body carries you from whatever you were doing. It carried you right to here. Honor that. Feel a grounding in your feet, in the earth, grounding down into the earth, in your hands, in your head, filling up to the sky. You are alive. And I know it doesn't always feel like this. Every experience that we have practice it fully. Just practice. That's all. grounding down through there and lifting up to the sky. We are a community. Every Sunday, every other Sunday, or whenever you come here, and practice with your friends. And feel whatever you are feeling in body, space, whatever you are feeling. And feel emotional space. Positive, neutral, or painful. But you're feeling it with your friends. And relaxation. Have that in the back pocket. And whenever you feel too much or you don't want to feel that, pull out the relaxation card. Feel that fully. relax. And feel the earth beneath you. Where whatever you are feeling, if it's too much or if the body sensation is too much, pour it into the earth. It can take it. It loves us. Loves us unconditionally. Begin with yourself. Come back to the body feeling, the body space, or the emotional space. What is going on? Be curious. No judgment. Relax throughout your body and emotional space. No problem if you can't get it. It's just practice. No judging yourself. Or if you judge yourself, ah, ah, that's okay. You are on your own side. That's all. No big deal. This is just a practice. Ground down. And let's set the practice aside and focus on nurture positive. We have all done a good job. Good work practicing. You are on your own side. Wherever you look on the earth, There is care. There is compassion. We are held up. Held up by care and compassion and love. Whether you have the earth that takes care of you, or your family or friends that care for you, that have compassion for you. And the trees, you look at the trees and they are so beautiful. Or whatever you feel. Whether it's cooling you off on a hot summer day, or the springtime, it's budding. And the sun under shines over the clouds. That is so beautiful. Recognize that. You're doing your best. Just keep practicing and keep grounding. Filling with love and whatever else you bring to the table. We are all lifted up under care and compassion and love. Whether it's a dog or it's a family of squirrels, or it's your mother, whatever. Give thanks to whoever in your life is touching you. Think of a list just rolling through the people or animals or trees. Or whatever. But you have a light inside of you. And no cover will let that light not shine. It's safe. Whatever you feel is safe. It's safe. Mhm. Trust that. Grounding your feet into the earth and stretch up to the sky. And feel the light that is in all of us, all of our hearts. Oh. How was your experience? Right then.
I'm wondering if you can comment on, in my experience with tonight and generally, when I look at either physical or emotional pain, if I look at a particular part of it or actually experience it, I can tell both that it's unpleasant, that I don't like it, and that I don't actually know why I don't like it. Like if it's a physical pain, you know, if I look at a part of it, it's like, well, does that make sense?
Yeah. Like physical pain or emotional pain, you don't like them. So you, what do you do?
Yeah, so one of them's present in my body,
Mm-hmm.
and I am trying to experience it.
Yeah.
And it's still clear that I really don't like it. That does not go away. But I also notice just as strongly that I can't, nothing in the experience indicates why I wouldn't like it, or like,
Like, so what you're saying is that you experience physical or emotional pain, and then you don't know why you don't like it, but you don't. That is valid. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's valid. You know. I have gone through so many practices, Botox, like that I have just gotten used to it, and like kind of familiarize myself with physical, emotional pain, and I think I just love love whatever part of that is, and loving as much as I can at a given moment, and then relax or tense up or tighten up. And I think I did not get this. Like one day I was like, oh, I'm gonna meditate. No, it didn't happen like that. Like practice, you know? And so if you experience physical pain or emotional pain, try and, well, like find out what that is or what that is, and be curious. Curious. Yeah. But I can say what I think, but you are the judge of that. You know, you know. you know? You know your body and emotional pain.
Mhm.
Yeah, and yeah, I think I have, yeah, uh, like I had felt that and gone through the steps to get there, but it's only practice, you know? So don't don't uh, struggle with yourself if you don't get it the first time. Yeah. Yeah. Does that help? What would help?
I guess I expect the pain, whether it's physical or emotional, to either go away or to notice. I expect that when I notice that it's not, there's nothing in it that's intrinsically unpleasant, I expect it either to go away or for it to suddenly be okay. It's just really strange that it's still not okay, you know? And there is equanimity there and there's calm, but it's not, it's just really, it's a very strange and disorienting experience. Stranger than, yeah.
Yeah. Strained and disorienting.
I don't know. I don't think that there could be a good answer other than keep going, which is what you said, so.
I keep practicing and pull out of the like pull out the back pocket and whatever you have skills in there, like boop. Yeah. No. Thank you. Okay. 10 more minutes, and I want to give 5 minutes for the final meditation.
We also have the announcements
Oh,
of responsive actions. So.
like, can I have 3 minutes?
Yeah, you can take 5.
Okay.
That's upcoming, just so you guys know.
Okay. So no other questions? Okay. Then okay. Or feel whatever is best for the practice. Breathe in, letting your lungs fill with air. Breathe out, emptying them. Breathe in, breathe out. We have all done an amazing job. This is hard work, but we are a community. That practices together. Practices together. Ground yourself to the earth, into the earth, grounding like roots of the tree and spreading up till the branches reach the sky. May we all be safe and protected. May we all be at peace. May we all be filled with love and kindness. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anna.
So these are some announcements about great things we can do in our local community to help others, to learn more. So in the next few days, a lot is happening around the world of anti-fossil fuel activism. So I've mentioned a few times the Break Free Albany event, which will be happening in a few days. You can learn more at Albany 2016, but they're going to try to stop the train that's carrying the fossil fuels. And you can also check out 350vermont.org, which has a lot of information about local things we can do to stop the dependence on fossil fuels. And then on Tuesdays, two Tuesdays coming up, May 10th and the 17th, from 3:30 p.m. to 5:30, there will be a book discussion group, and the book is The New Jim Crow, Mass Incarceration in the Age of Colorblindness. So they do request that you read the whole book, so you have 3 days to kind of manage that. but you can get a free copy of the book. So you can learn more at the Peace and Justice Center website, where there's a link to the phone number and to RSVP. And then, speaking of the Peace and Justice Center, on Wednesday, from 4:30 to close, they're at the Bluebird Barbecue. There's going to be an event to help the Peace and Justice Center. So, yeah, you can have a night out and just support their work and by enjoying barbecue. So that sounds nice. And then also on the 11th at 7 p.m., so after you have your barbecue, you can go to this event. There's an event called Ideas on Tap, Between the World and Me at Arts Riot on Pine Street. Dr. Emily Bernard leads a discussion of the landmark book by Ta-Nehisi Coates, winner of the 2015 National Book Award. It is written as a letter to Coates' son, has garnered a huge amount of attention for its unflinching take on the legacy of racism in America. For a free book, you can email program@pjcbt.org. I also recommend you can listen to the book on Audible, and it's very good. Okay, and then there's a mindfulness for activists activity coming up. So if you guys want more mindfulness, on May 16th and 23rd from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. The workshop focuses both on ways to cultivate mindfulness in our personal lives and on ways to utilize mindfulness for nonviolent social justice and peace work. There is a small fee for this, but it looks like it'll be a great event if you're interested in connecting with others around activism and mindfulness.
And where is that?
I'm not sure where. You can look up, it's called MMU After Dark, Mindfulness for Activists. So mmuafterdark.com, but I think it's kind of in the Burlington area.
I think MMU is Mount Mansfield Union.
Maybe it is actually. I don't know. I don't know Vermont very well. My guess would just if you don't know, just say Burlington. Okay, so maybe Mansfield. Okay, and then I found this interesting. There's going to be a personal divestment workshop on Saturday, May 21st, from 10 a.m. to noon in Barry, thank you. So the workshop explores defining fossil fuel-free investing, how to know if you have fossil fuel stocks in your portfolio, fossil fuel-free investment choices, and then how to do this without making costly general investment mistakes. So if you're interested in learning more about that, it seems like a great workshop. And you can learn more by emailing centralvtclimateaction@gmail.com. And then it looks like there's ongoing volunteer work at the Vermont food banks in Barrie, Brattleboro, and Rutland. And it would be good to email ahead about that. So you can email volunteer@vtfoodbank.org and learn more about in which time you can participate and what they kind of might need for help. Okay, so that was a lot. If any of that struck your fancy and you didn't get the details, feel free to come talk to me and I can share those websites and emails with you. Also, does anyone have anything to add, an event you know about? Yes.
I'm planning to go to that break free from fossil fuels event
Saturday
in Albany, and if anybody wants a ride, I'm planning to go like early morning Saturday and come back that evening. So let me know if you want to ride. There's also a bus that morning at 6:30 in the morning from Burlington, which is more info on the website.
Okay. Oh, great. Well, thank you for going. I think we're going to be in retreat, and it sounds like a great event, though. So thanks for representing yourself, our community in Vermont. So awesome.
Wow. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Okay. Other announcements or suggestions for things you could do? Okay.
So really related, but CML is actively looking for new residents. Anyone wants to join our program? He applies wonderful community and practice full-time in Soria and the other residents. Please talk to all the residents that are here. There's many of them here.
Raise your hand.
And I think it is related because until we confront the patterns, the habits that are leading to the hatred and the greed, we're never going to have a better world. So the work that you do tonight and the work that you continue to do as you practice is a form of activism. And so, yeah, if you want to join the residency, that would be a courageous step in helping to save the world.
Was that your announcement?
That was my announcement. We were.
All right, well, thank you guys. Oh, sorry.
So there's, yesterday I went to Montreal, and Montreal right now, they're having a Body Worlds exhibit at the Science Museum with all different animals, and none of the animals were killed for the exhibit, they were already dead, but they're all embalmed, so you can see like the inner muscles and bones and everything for the animals. So the mission of the exhibit is kind of to see how similar we are to all living beings, to kind of cultivate a love for all beings.
Yeah.
It really
Wow.
helped me realize kind of how similar a little mouse and a cat and we all are internally, our bodies. So it's really beautiful. And there's a small cost to the exhibit. I think it's like $25 for the tickets. But if you're able to, I highly recommend this exhibit.
Yeah. Thank you.
That's a really good suggestion. Thank you.
Oh, and it's open till September.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah. Okay. And that's at the Science Museum?
Yeah, it's in Montreal.
Okay.
Oh, right, and